Hi, guys. We are back on our Wisdom Wednesday, both on YouTube and on Instagram. It's fun to do both. Today, we're kind of talking about the wisdom of the heart. And it kind of brings us back into simplicity, which is truly what the ease of life or the path of awakening is. It's like returning to simplicity, seeing what we are, why we're doing what we're doing, why we're kind of opening up. Because sometimes our ego doesn't really feel like it's natural to open up and understand and agree with other people. We kind of learn to agree with some people, and other stuff seems wrong. Kind of justify ourselves. Our ego is natural at justifying ourselves. So this path of awakening is kind of like, for me, when I kind of had this out of body experience and I saw my body outside, and then I was in my soul or in my being, and when I connected to that essence, then my body completely relaxed. But at that time I didn't feel love or that was heart. That was so still very distant towards me to have love or heart connection. That was not where my ego came from. So I could kind of more see it and more understand it from the perspectives that I had. So every ego has kind of built up different perspectives that so this will make sense differently for different people. That's why I also talk about this in different ways, have different workshops or different talks or different, we look at it differently when we have one-on-ones with people. But when we kind of look at the heart, like gradually from connecting with the soul or from your feelings, your emotions, sadness and all this stuff, then you can start to connect with that heart. So some people are more like the heart person from before. They're very feeling, they're very, friends and family and love, and maybe opened up to having kids as also like feeling like a falling in love or with a partner. So they've connected that way to their heart, but that heart can still be very wounded. It can still be it still has this heaviness to it, because when we are little, we automatically have this sensitivity to the world, to our parents, to our society, to our brothers and sisters, to our grandparents, to school, to kindergarten, all this stuff. So we feel their woundedness. We feel how they're holding their heart. So we kind of adapt to that and kind of take on all these ideas. So we will naturally take on a little bit of the woundedness in the heart, because it makes sense depending on the teachers we've had. So that we realize that our families are our first teachers. Then from that heart, we can kind of return back into the empty or free heart, which is more feeling and groundedness in the heart, like the peacefulness of the heart, the feeling but not being attached to feeling. Then you can enjoy the feelings of even melancholy, or like you could feel like tears, all this stuff. It can be tears of bliss or tears of like contentment, and allowing kind of our friends, our family, everybody to kind of get to know their own feelings and start to kind of grow in their own feelings. So for me, I kind of started more with the physical body, kind of realizing I was more of a physical person, really good at doing activities like martial arts, like soccer, all this different stuff. So then the physical body, how does the heart connect to the body? That is more, it can become grounded into the body. It kind of creates the stability. And for me, when I kind of saw my body, I realized that the body has that potential to release and to open. So I saw the purpose of living. So I found peace without that purposefulness of living, of relaxing, and allowing my body to like breathe, to live, to enjoy. So that was kind of my path into the body. So that is like the heart of stability. It can feel very dark. That heart can feel very dark, but it gradually will actually feel more open and relaxed. So our body then has the potential to open. The body has to get softer, the muscle to relax, the joints, the ligaments, the skin, everything can relax, and it actually can be softer and more moist. It's like when people try to use moisturizers and use all this stuff to relax or to get younger, but your body has that natural ability within it. When you relax, then your nervous flow and everything can kind of start to flow more naturally, more effortlessly. So that was what I kind of started from, that part of the heart. So it still took a while to understand that connection that I was having with my body was more of a love. It was because love, it still took time to understand that allowing somebody to breathe, allowing my body to live, and having faith in my body is an act of love. So I connected with the heart there, the wise heart, to kind of our internal heart. And then gradually from there, I kind of stepped more into the love connections that was more like kind of put into my mom and like family. And as I started like seeing past the drama of our connections, all the rules and regulations, then the heart became more visible. The unconditional love became more available, which is something inside of me, which is something inside of us. So from there, we can move into the mind, and then that is like opening up to the thoughts, the ideas, of the self, and even to spirit, like to kind of life. And then often consciousness or God. That's like kind of when people really love a god or like goddesses or somebody else. That is like, we still have to kind of address these thoughts and look at them and find that when we kind of allow these thoughts, this confusion that we kind of have been taught to put the focus outside of ourselves, because it kind of creates like a distance from ourselves. So kind of in the body, relaxing, bringing it back in, you can kind of find yourself there watching. And then you can kind of become one with consciousness, one with God, one with yourself. And in that, you start seeing the wholeness of the body. Then the body becomes stable, it becomes connected through the heart, and becomes open through the mind. We have all these things are still part of our heart. So it is actually like, when I saw that the body, we can return to the soul or to our being or our consciousness, then that was when we are grounded in the heart. That is all kind of feelings of the heart: groundedness, connectedness, openness, and even laughter. All these things are part of our heart connection to ourselves. So, and then gradually from when we kind of open up to the spiritual connection to it, we can see the eternal heart. We can feel ourselves connected to that godliness or the consciousness or the eternalness of our heart, which spins us back and reminds us of the eternal or the ancient ways of love. The ancient that has always been there. In the ancient times, we did connect more easily with love. we were in nature, we were like living, and then we kind of have spread off into different societies that use our love differently. Some more physically, some emotionally, some more godly, some more nature. So we have all these different connections to love. But as we kind of come into our body and we love are these all these aspects of love to be part of ourselves, then we can come in to see the wiseness, the wisdom of all these different loves, and we can allow them to become ourselves. And that is the peace of being yourself as a loving being in this body that is living this life as an ego, as having a purpose in this life, whether it's being a mom or a dad, or having a work, or having a job, or having friends, or having your family. All these things, your purpose in life. And the more you can see this wholeness, then life becomes peaceful and loving and fun. So that was a little bit of a journey into the wisdom of the heart, kind of to see that we can have the potential to return to it. It will take time because we have to kind of go past these different ideas, emotions, and feelings, physical sensations that we have in ourselves, that we have connected to our family, to our society, to our gender, all these things of being superior or inferior, being the victim, pity, all these things. So, but we have the potential to gradually find forgiveness towards ourselves. We are the forgiving one, and we are the one that needs forgiveness. We have the tendency to seek it out there, but actually the one we are actually wanting forgiveness from is ourselves. So it is a fun journey, and it will pull all the layers away, or reveal all the hidden secrets of yourself from yourself, so that you can find peace and forgiveness and harmony inside yourself. So this was a little talk. Love people coming on, and hope you just connect with it, listen to it, and enjoy it. And for the people that is not here but listen to it later, enjoy it, and will come more. And if you are interested in giving donations, then do that find it on my webpage, either in Norwegian or in American. And I will talk to you guys next time, and fun to see more people on here. And have a beautiful day.